Welcome to the official AFL Fantasy podcast with the Traders.
G'day with the Traders. I'm Roy, Coach of Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie. And Calvin.
Coach of Calvinator.
How are you, mate?
Good, mate.
I've got some big news for you.
What's that?
It's our 500th episode.
It is, but where's the Warn Dog?
Well, that's our celebration. We
Yes,
locked
I
him
know.
out, so we just get to relax and do it by ourselves. No, he is keeping a close eye on us from home.
Too right he is.
We will check in with the dog at some stage.
Yes.
Wow.
The syndesmosis got him.
He's out with the Moses, unfortunately. Anyway, 500th episode.
Yes.
I just thought we'd reminisce for a minute. So, it was back in 2014 we started our official gig in Warnie's kitchen, huddled around a mic, sound quality, awful.
Very average.
Content, outstanding.
Wouldn't it have been excellent?
As always. Now, it wasn't actually outstanding. Warnie reminded me this morning, actually, when I popped in to see him, that we used to start the episode, if it was episode 1, for example.
Oh, yeah.
Hit out. Episode 2.
Handball. Yep.
12. What do you reckon 12 was?
Mark kick goal.
Correct.
Yep.
Then we started to run out of content.
Well, 500.
500, imagine
That's a lot. That's a lot of...
That's a couple of Andy Brayshaws.
Isn't it ever? Oh, my God, he's good.
God, wasn't he good? Anyway, then we headed to City Park Radio for a few years in the pool house.
Oh, the pool house.
Yeah, the memories. That increased value
Had the
at
chalkboard
realestate.com.
on the back.
Tell you what, people walking through the house, I got a few tweets, did not know I was walking into Celebrity Studio.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty amazing. But anyway, hopefully there's plenty more to come, but we have enjoyed our new office at UTAS.
Oh, this is
it's
nice.
Fair to say.
This is very nice down here.
The view of the pool was good.
Yeah.
Especially when Morndog was taking a quick dip.
Oh, yeah.
But this ground, outstanding.
So we don't have the Warn Dog here today.
No, we're missing him.
Oh, aren't we ever? I'm in charge of the buttons.
What are you going to do with those buttons?
I tell you what, people out there, I may hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
I may not.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Don't hit the red one.
Do not hit that big one.
It's eject.
Anyway, so we are going to look at the week that was.
Yeah.
Because it started on Thursday night.
It did.
When we had all that carnage in the defence.
Yeah.
Not good.
No.
Millerer, McElroy.
Yeah.
Even, that's McInerney. For those
Roy.
playing along at home. McInerney Roy. And even Christian Salem.
Yep.
People have him as well.
They
so
do. Yeah.
we didn't have any rookies sort of come through.
No.
But then Skinner popped his head up.
He did, unfortunately.
So you and I talked ourselves into putting him onto the ground.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, mate, it's an easy. But we tried to loop McCartan.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't do it.
Just turned into a jumbled mess of looping. But anyway, that's what happens with the rolling lockout. You can be too smart for yourself and absolutely stuff yourself. I actually did it on a couple of accounts, double stuffed myself because I couldn't even loop who I wanted to as captain.
Right.
But then I could have due to the COVID late outs and changes.
Oh,
so
no.
You just can't get too smart for yourself, especially when you're like me and not very smart in the first place.
Now, scores for this week.
Yeah.
I had the lowest score. I'm in the vest.
Right.
I scored 21.39.
That's an all right score, though.
Well, I moved up about 13,000 spots.
Oh, it's a nice score.
It's a solid score.
Yeah.
But you beat me, right? We'll get to about the dog in a second. We might even get the dog on to talk
let's
about
get him
this.
on. People are missing him.
Because overall, you're beating me by 8 points.
Flogging you.
You're flogging me by 2 tackles.
Yeah.
And that's about 1,000 spots.
Is it really?
Yeah, really interesting. Anyway, how did you go?
I went all right. 21.60.
Okay.
It could have easily been a bit better than that, to be honest. Just, like our Skinner mistake and things like that. But 21.60, I feel like I'm back on track.
Okay.
The season is back on track.
That's interesting. Rightio. Now, let's get Mr. Bighead on. Yeah. Because he had some swagger.
Did you see his socials?
I did. He's very smug.
Very smug.
So smug.
Didn't it reak of smug? Is there a smug emoji?
There would be.
Just dog's head?
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, Warnie, we got you there, mate?
Smug? I've got nothing else to do at the moment, boys. I'm actually in isolation because of... probably because of you, Calvin.
Yep.
I'm blaming you for this.
Why?
Because... Well, I've got the vid. I've got COVID.
Oh, we thought it was Moses.
We thought it was Moses, the old sin.
We thought you couldn't get up the stairs.
Probably copped that as well. So, no. Anyway, very mild. Thanks for asking how I am.
Oh, yeah. How are you, dog? You right?
Do you need anything?
Nah, it's all good. Actually, I just need this time to finish. Doing this with a 5-year-old is not very cool. Not recommended. But anyway, had my fantasy team going all right on the weekend.
Thank God for all of us.
Oh, God, yeah.
Only thing worse than an isolated dog is an isolated dog with a bad team.
Yep.
2209. Oh, that's not to say my team's any good, but 2209 and pushed me up to 4,000th or so, which is not too bad considering where we were. But and I did some maths on that. Only 200 points from the top 50.
Oh, hang on. Put a lid on it.
Make that up. I can make that up in a week, I reckon.
200? That's still a fair bit.
It is.
Yeah, no, it is a lot. It's a hell of a lot. No, it's all right. We're in a good position, I think. I think things are evening out, and that's important in all of this, is that we're going to look at it. We all had a bad week last week, but it only takes a week to swing it around and we'll be right.
Yeah. No, exactly right. The structure and stuff was always there. The patience with players like Short and Crisp paid off.
Yeah,
that's where backing your premiums in just proved to be the right thing to do, didn't it?
Love it. Now, let's keep that positivity rolling here, Roy. Tell me about this.
Here it is! That's what you did, Kenny. You stuck it right up them.
You take it away, Cal.
Okay. I just got a feeling I'm going to use this bloke's name a lot this year. But Daniel Rioli.
Outstanding.
He got 101, but it was my boy Zach Butters who gives the +3. I got a feeling that me and Rioli this year, it's going to be a very, very up and down sort of love-hate relationship.
Yeah, definitely.
But he had a 50 or something the week before.
Yep.
But he got his ton.
You said it was going to be a Rioli coaster.
Oh, and it is. So
it certainly is.
Anyway, +3 for him.
Yeah, fair call. My +3, it's got to go to Will Brodie.
Oh, yeah.
He knocked up 109. Did you see his time on ground by any chance?
No, not again.
Putrid.
What?
And last week...
60%.
60%.
Oh, my God.
And Longmuir said last week he was... it wasn't intentional that he was on the bench in the fourth quarter for so long. I think he played something like 30% of the last quarter.
Wow.
And
that sounds intentional to me.
So there you go. But the thing is, the fact that he scored so well... God.
Yeah.
Hats off. +3. Well done.
But nice position for him at the moment with all those outs.
Yeah.
Dog, who you got?
Oh, well, Will Brodie there too. 58k he made, so he's going to make some bulk coin for us as that mid-forward. It's a nice thing. My +3, I'm going to go with my captain. Thanks, Cal, for putting him on the list.
You're welcome.
And it was a long way down the list because I didn't have many good players. Lachie Neale, 145. So... as much as it hurt watching that, being a Bomber supporter, far out, he just kept doing what he did. And those goals were just like nice little cherry on top as that went through. So, 145, good captain. Finally,
great captain.
Nailed one.
Kissed captain?
Oh, calm down.
That's ridiculous. Anyway, don't you have any real players, mate?
You hit a nerve there.
Yeah, didn't I?
You're a peanut. You put him on your list just because...
Get off.
It was the most disgraceful display I've ever seen.
Because it's just not acceptable. I like you with the buttons.
Yeah, I'm on him.
You get a +3 for button use.
Yeah, I'm going to keep
Cut him
buttoning
off whenever you want.
Well, I can turn him down. So if you just look at me and give me the wink and I'll turn the dog down. My -3...
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
He did it again.
Yeah.
Max Gawn.
Yeah.
79. Again.
Yeah.
Not happy.
No. It's pathetic.
It is not good. And I tell you what, there is going to be some big heads rolling this week in Team Calvinator.
I don't blame you. And that's why I'm backing it up. We don't usually go the same, but he deserves it. He's getting a double whack.
It is.
Get the plates off your hand. Guess what he blamed it on? He's dropped marks this week. The Jew.
The Suey Jew on the ground.
He said, I've never dropped so many marks before. Yeah, mate, last week.
Yep.
Watch the replay. So, big dinner plates, Maxi, 79 again. And I hate to say it, but are the Demons looking a little bit better with Luke Jackson in the middle?
Well, we're going to talk about that in a little bit later.
Clearance king.
Yeah, he was good. Very good.
So, we have a massive problem.
We do. We'll address it later. Warn Dog, who are you going?
Well, out of that same game, it was a hard watch, actually, watching Matt Rowell dominated in the first quarter. He looked very, very good. And then Stuart Jew, I'll blame Jew as well.
Do it.
Thing that he is. On the ground, he made Rowley go, let's be a stopper, let's be a tagger, let's just sacrifice your own bloody game to watch.
Yeah.
Because that's what it literally was. watch Petrarca and Oliver dominate the frick out of that game.
Settle down.
Nearly had to press a button.
Well, I don't know if I've got any others left over here.
Button, do you? No, but seriously, it was a massive role change where he was becoming a tagger and he just could not get his hands on it, or he refused to.
He could not get near it. No, it was shocking. Tagging, there was some sort of misinterpretation that a tag meant you can't touch it.
Yep.
But he also didn't pick up the bit where you're supposed to stop someone else. Now, Dog, do you think that is legit on the block type scenario, or is he going to cop enough criticism this week that it was a stupid move and Rowell will be back to normal next week?
There's no chance he does that again. As we say plenty of times, if you do a bad job of something, you don't get asked to do it again, and that was a bad job of it. So I think they can't do it. They just can't let that happen, and they lost. Like, that's the thing. They were in a position, like a winnable position of that game.
Yep, they were competitive.
And they did nothing. Like, that role actually did nothing to stop that from happening. So that's the key to it. Sacrifice someone else, not someone that actually is one of your inside ball winners.
Yeah, no, it was bad. Bad.
Now, shout out to a fellow Tasmanian here, Roy.
Oh, yes.
We're looking at Brett Johnson. Team is called Mecca, sitting in first place.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it is very good.
If the season gets called off now because of COVID,
he wins it.
New Hilux.
He wins it 100%.
Wow, that's cool.
Now, you know how this segment's usually really boring?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to make it a little bit better.
It's time for breaking news with Warnie.
Oh, my God. I've never looked forward to this segment before.
You don't need breaking news with Warnie when you've got old Uncle Cow here.
So we'll hear about other things other than Essendon and other than Warnie's team and his relevant players.
Not to start off, though, because we're going to start with Zach Merrett. Okay? So a normal Warn Dog approach here.
Yeah, true.
He's out for 6 to 8 weeks.
God. 6 to 8?
With a hammy.
No Sam Walsh, is he?
But I tell you what. Imagine if you've got him in draft. He would have been a first-round pick for you.
And he's been great. He's owned by just 4% of the competition. So I always say I hate chasing a unique.
Yep.
But if you can get someone as good as Zach as a unique, and he's done so well to start the season, that's a real bummer, that one.
Nick Cox also did an ankle, but he might be right for this Friday night.
Yep.
Chad Wingard. He was an option at the start of the year. Subbed out on 21 with a hammy.
To go get a haircut?
To get a haircut. He needs to shave that.
That's shocking.
It is. So he did a bit of a hammy.
Yep.
Sean Darcy, ankle. He subbed out.
I saw that go.
Yep. That would go hard too.
Bloody oath it went hard. Now, a lot of weight goes through it.
You put a rocket up Zorko.
I did.
You did?
Yeah, put a rocket up on. Very public one too. Popped it in the old footy record.
Oh.
Yeah, well, he responded.
So he had 145, but he was a bit of a hobble walking around.
Yeah.
So
but I think he should be right.
Now, you saw this one. Our boy Tyron Thomas.
Taron.
Yeah. That's how Warnie reckons his mum and dad both say it, but Warnie knows correct. Right. You saw this. His ribs.
Oh.
They're not broken.
No.
They're just sore.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, they'll be sore for a while.
Yeah.
The guy nearly broke his leg kicking Taron in the ribs. It was massive.
Subbed out, stayed the night in hospital. Rory Sloane's done an abductor. LDU, did you see that one? Uniac?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he sort of got tackled and his face slid into the ground. That looked pretty nasty. Yeah. So he was out with concussion.
Fashion face plan.
And next week as well.
Yeah.
Taylor Adams, migraine. 57. That's like syndesmosis on the brain, isn't it?
It is. He certainly gave all his coaches a headache. That's back-to-back bad weeks for him, I think.
And Dusty was out, so it'd be interesting to see whether or not he comes back this week.
Right, yep.
What do you think?
Well, I don't know Dusty personally, and I don't know what he's dealing with, so I'm saying wait and see.
Wait and see. Now, Magoo's news, because Warnie would be devastated if we didn't put this irrelevant topic in here. We're looking at here. Riley Combe?
Who, Robbie?
Oh, Robbie. Dominated. He had 147 points.
Yep.
With the Dogs. So he's a Bulldog boy, a 190k midfielder. He had 36 touches, 10 marks. The Dogs are 0-2.
Yeah.
So maybe...
It wouldn't be panic stations there, though. Look at their midfield.
Kane Baldwin kicked 3 for the Bombers.
Oh, he could come back in.
To score 85.
Good work.
Now, here's an interesting one. So, Paddy Ryder.
Yeah.
He must have played 85, a goal.
Yeah.
Do you think he only did it in 3 quarters?
Yeah, 26 hit outs.
It was only against Marjak Dor, but here's the thing. He comes back very soon.
He does.
If not this week.
So there was a quote from Brett Ratton saying that they will see how he pulls up, and basically that's all it's dependent on. If he pulls up all right, I think he's straight in.
So that could mean the end of Jack Hayes.
But Jack Hayes is looking good on the field.
Agree.
So it could be the end of Jack Hayes' role
and
probably access to that many points. But I don't think it's the end of Hayes.
Okay.
But, I could be wrong, but it just looks like he's been in the better half of their players 2 weeks in a row.
In the GWS game, Preuss played. He had 123. He comes back in this week. 41 hit-outs, 21 disposals. So he is going to be, well, we're going to talk about Max in a moment.
Oh.
I'm just saying. So, and Flynn wasn't good. Anyway.
Wow.
We'll get to this. We'll talk about...
Would you consider that?
Well, why not?
I couldn't tell you why not. He'll score the same as him.
Yeah.
And he's a lot cheaper.
So, and your boy, Roy Steiny.
Steiny dominated.
Yeah.
Not just knocking on the door. He is kicking the door down.
29 touches, 10 marks, 119 points.
That's what Steiny does when he's given a chance.
He does.
Give him the pill.
Definitely. All right, now we're looking at the top trades for the week.
Yep.
Okay, so at the moment, Max Gawn is up the top of the list here with people. They've seen enough. So after back-to-back scores of 79, people have gone, he's done for me.
Yeah, fair call too.
Yep.
Like, there's backing in premiums, and then there's watching someone who looks like they are so far off being able to hit triple figures, and you are watching their price plummet. We paid over $900,000 for this guy.
I know.
And then you're looking at other players, $900,000, that are pumping 140s. That's double what he's getting, basically.
And this is the problem. It's Jackson. Jackson's the problem, obviously.
And the Jew cow.
Oh, because it was Dewey. But Jackson had 10 CBAs.
Yeah.
Right? He was second behind Clayton Oliver for clearances.
Yeah.
So he beat Petraka.
Yeah.
In clearances.
Yeah.
He's an extra midfielder in there.
He's a beast in there.
Max, dinner plate Max.
There's so much energy when Jackson's in there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Max, what we always talk about, he will be fine because of his marking around the ground.
Okay.
Now, those long kicks down the wing that he usually plucks a couple of above everyone, he's barely getting a hand to it. That's not the Jew at the moment. He's just out of form. And his price is copping it as a result. And obviously everyone agrees. Now, this would be a big thing to do. I remember last year you did it after round one of seeing him.
Yeah.
And it bit you on the backside. He dominated from thereafter. We've given 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Is that enough justification? That's a complete restructure if you go down to someone like Preuss, like you said.
Yeah.
Can you justify that?
I think you can with a Preuss if Flynn is out.
Right. A safer option, English?
I think so. So I had a little bit of a look at English's numbers. So he's gone 101, 106. The thing is here, he's got a break even of 68.
So you can play that game.
Max got a break even of 143.
That takes him 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
To get there.
Yeah, I know.
Let alone one game.
Here's another one. Would you go to Riley O'Brien?
No.
No, you can't.
No.
I agree. So
no. There's very few options. Could you go to Luke Jackson? That's just getting silly, is it?
Well, I think it is.
But he's so cheap.
He's under 600.
So his break even's tiny as well.
And he's had a 112 and a 72. And the other thing with him, it's a ruck forward.
Yeah.
So you've got a little bit of flexibility if you wanted to go down that path.
So the thing is with him, that 72, that's probably what he'll hit more often than not.
You would think so.
But Max is hitting 79. I wouldn't do it. I'd be inclined to think English is the number one option and then Preuss is the number 2 if he's playing Flynnless.
Yes, agree. But you will make around about, what is the difference there? It's about 140 if you go down to English.
A form player with a low break even. The flag is he has been getting beaten at the contest.
Yep.
He's obviously dominant around the ground, but could Steph come back in to help?
That's the other part as well.
What's he going to do with Steph? It's not going to be this impressive.
It's not going to be this good.
you could trade out a problem just to bring in another problem.
Gibcus is also one of the most traded out. Dusty as well. Sarong.
Yeah.
He's struggling.
Very disappointing.
So if you jumped on him for that breakout player, he's not doing that.
You're trying to watch him, you'd be cheering him on and just watching Brayshaw absolutely dominate.
Yeah.
Thinking, why aren't you doing a little bit of that?
He has it on a string.
He does. And Sarong doesn't. What's he got? 60 and 69.
Yeah, and Brayshaw at the same time is averaging 150.5.
No wonder they're getting rid of him. Obviously, Merrett is out as well.
Yeah, you got to get rid of him.
Injury. Miller, I don't know. Have you done... He didn't pop up in Magoo's news. He might not have even played. Oh, no, he would have played Magoo's.
He would have done something.
I wonder how he went. We might have to have a look at that. Baldwin being traded out, but he went all right, didn't you say?
Yep.
Might come back in.
Who knows?
Oh, so Warnie's just given me the heads up. So Miller played a practice match, no news to come out of it. So obviously they're trying to get a bit of fitness into him. They said 1 to 2 weeks at a lower level to get some kilometres in his legs. So they said he's clearly in the best 22. So depending on what they saw there, he could come straight back in.
All right. One of the other most traded out guys here is Rowell.
Yeah.
Okay. People have spat it.
Yeah.
And rightfully so.
Yeah, bloody oath.
Is that worth doing? He had 100, not only
just last week.
Ago. Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had 100 in the practice game.
Yeah.
Comes in round 1, has 100. And then in round 2, a bit of a mix-up of his role, and now everyone's getting rid of him.
Yeah, so obviously that fear of that role, and while it's fresh in people's minds, you're trading that out. He's traded out for me at the moment because I'm angry at that. But like Warnie said, he has to just go back to business as usual. Like that, why? One of the dumbest coaching moves I've ever seen in AFL history.
Agreed. Let's have a look at some people who are coming in. Now, Nick Martin.
Yeah.
He's 266K after his massive score, 130 in round 1.
Yeah.
Is he a guy, because I know you don't have him yet because Warnie told you not to.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Under the bus on that one. Is he a must-have?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He's. I think he's got a break-even of negative 44 or something like that. Having said that, in my current rage trades, he's not coming in.
Yep.
But as far as your cash cows, he's pretty close to a must-have, yes.
I think so.
Given that scoring potential as well.
His break-even would be ridiculous. How does he come back, though, after getting the vid like Dog's got?
Well, fine, because he hasn't had it, I don't think. I think it was just a close contact.
Okay. Right, yeah. Well, we'll find out about that. People are paying up for Andy Brayshaw.
Yeah.
They want him in their team.
Fair call.
Fair enough, too.
It's not even a chase. Like, we actually said the last time we recorded that his CBAs are up, his time on ground is up, Chera is gone. There was no Fife and Mundy, just to add a little cherry on top.
Yep.
He ticks so many boxes that he's ready to elevate his game from star to fantasy superstar that it is okay to jump on. And that ceiling that we witnessed on the weekend, that was embarrassingly good.
Wasn't it? I think he's going to start to get a little bit of attention too.
Probably.
Okay. As if you can't just let him run around doing that.
No.
Paddy Cripps, is it too late?
No.
You can get on, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking to do that this week from Rowell.
Yeah. So, yes, we all should have started with him, but in reality, we don't get everything right round 1.
No.
But we're still in a little bracket where we can fix blatant errors, and missing him was an error. And the thing, a little sweetener for Cripper, is his matchup this week versus Hawthorn is nothing short of mouth-watering, where he should go 120 again.
He makes Calvin's captain's top 10.
There you go. He hasn't done that for at least 2 years.
A long time. So, and that's off the back of what Port Adelaide did to Hawthorn, even though they lost.
I know, and the Blues will win.
Boak had 152.
Yep.
Amon 148. Butters 137. Wines 128.
So, like, they legit don't care what the opposition midfield are going to do, stuffing around with it. So that's great. That'll carry on to this week, that attitude. And Cripps will have an absolute field day. Jump on, Cow. You won't look back.
People are jumping on Will Brodie, Lachie Neale. These are the kinds of players that you might have missed, and it's okay to go.
Yeah.
Xerri?
Yeah, he's like in that must-have cash cow bracket. As we said at the start of the year, I'm not sure why everyone doesn't have him, because he is the number 1 ruck for North Melbourne.
100%. And there's a couple of people here going with Heeney.
Yeah,
they're still
fair
going
call.
with Petrarca.
Yeah.
These are the guys. Petrarca should be in my team instead of Jack Steele.
Yes.
Okay, and that would make my life a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because I've gone Jack captain both times.
Yeah, same.
And I'm missing out on a ton of points.
Yeah, big time. And you paid all that cash for it.
I did.
Righto, now it's time to look at our early moves thanks to our mates at Toyota. Unwaken, you're unbreakable with the Toyota Hilux. Oh, what a feeling, Toyota.
Right, and I think we'll chuck it over to Warn Dog here. We'll turn him back up. Warn, what trade you looking at for this week?
All right, boys. Jeez, this has been a hard listen to you blokes here in my little ISO room. But I'm looking at Max Gawn down to English, so I think that's the easy option there, which would then allow me to go McInerney, who I held on to this week, up to Dawson. So that gets me two guys that I think are just great guys to have, and I've nailed all my rookies, so it should be all good.
Yeah, you think it's hard for you. I've got to look at you perched back on your bed here, mate, while I'm trying to concentrate. So we're all battling. I'm going Max to English at the moment for that cash grab, and then I'm going Rowell to Chera, hoping that he comes off his little bout of the vid and smashes it like he did round one.
So we're all doing very similar things. I am looking at Gone to English as well, and Rowell to the mistake that I made that I'm now correcting in Paddy Cripps.
Yeah, welcome.
You would think that Chera and Cripper this week against Hawthorn absolutely smash it.
100%.
Put them in.
For the traders, tweet the boys at AFL Fantasy or head to facebook.com/AFL Fantasy official.
Tweet, tweet, tweet.
All right.
Now, Cal, you and I are both renowned for how well we read things live on air.
Yeah.
It's Twitter time.
Oh, God. Where's the
Warnie's not
dog? Where is he?
to read the questions.
All right. You go
We'll
first.
take it in turns.
Okay. You go first.
All right, Leanne. Is ditching one of the big two rucks and going Hayes R2 a really, really stupid idea? Tell me it's a really stupid idea.
I think it is a stupid idea.
Yeah.
I don't think you can have Jack Hayes, especially with the talk now of Ryder coming back.
No.
I just don't think you could do that.
No. So it's really, really stupid, or just stupid?
I think it's just stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't go really, really stupid.
No.
It's a good idea, but...
It was a good idea at quarter time when he was on 30-something yesterday, but no.
Okay. Alex has got a crazy idea here.
Right.
Okay, so Alex says, Gone to Preuss.
Yep.
Rowell to Took.
Yep.
Crazy enough to work or just plain crazy?
I love it.
So do I.
I love it. Think about what's happened here.
Yep.
So Preuss versus Rowell. Rowell is obviously the better option here, but he's also a bit more expensive than Preussy now, so we'll give him a bit of a leeway at that end. And I think Preuss, I'm going to be very safe here. If he's sharing ruck duties, he's a safe 60. If he isn't sharing, he's 70, 80 a game. So that's not too bad. Now, on the flip side of that, Took is that much better than Max. It is beyond a joke. Add to that the fact you can put a C on too.
Yes.
This is a great move. I'm 100% ticking it off.
Yeah.
You will enjoy your weekend a lot more with that move.
It's something that I might even end up doing.
I'm doing it now.
Are you?
That's my trades now.
Wow.
Nah, not really, but it's a bloody good idea.
Nice. Now, Aztec here is looking to go Gone to Xerri.
Yep.
So the commentators say his name wrong.
They do. And they continue to do it week in, week out.
They say Cherry.
Yep.
But it's Xerri.
Yep.
And playing Hayes at R2 until Xerri gets his ruck status.
Of course.
Could you do that where basically you are filling that little gap until round 6 when Xerri gets it?
There's not that many weeks left.
No, there isn't.
Do you want to go back to Leanne? How stupid is that idea now? Is it changed a little bit?
It has changed a little bit.
A bit less stupid.
A bit less stupid.
Oh, there you go. So this is a very interesting thing because Xerri bomb.
Yep.
Some say cherry bomb.
Yep.
Probably more appropriate, actually.
It probably is.
Anyway, he's not going to have a matchup like he did on the weekend every week, but that is why we started him on our team.
Agree.
Because number one ruck, and he looked outstanding, pumping that 90. Would you be comfortable starting him at the moment? Say he already had his ruck status.
Yeah.
Would you happily flick off Max.
Yeah, I would.
And yes, so would I.
Yep.
100% be comfortable with
Agreed.
that. Yes, obviously we don't have it, but can you hang around for that many more weeks waiting for it with Hayes just waiting for Xerri to get it?
The fact that Ryder played on the weekend,
It's just not matching up,
It's
is it?
not, no.
It's just off.
it's just missing the mark
Could
by a
probably
couple
do
of
it
weeks.
for a week,
Yep.
2 at a stretch.
Yep.
Can't be done.
I don't think you can do it.
Could leave you in. And remember, we get to Monday and we forget the COVID issues at the moment. We could lose players at the rate of knots any second, any day of the week. So getting pretty like that and thinning a spot so bad, probably not the best thing to do.
All right, I've got one here from Jaden Evans for you, Roy.
Yep.
Upgrade a red dot like Baldwin
Yep.
to Xerri.
Yep.
Geez, he's everywhere, isn't he?
Yep.
Or upgrade Rowell to a premium.
It's a very good question. I think the cash generation of Xerri is too good to pass up rather than Rowell to a premium when last week we were wobbling our heads saying Rowell is a premium that we just got for 400,000. So I think Rowell should actually be fine. So probably get Xerri in. I did listen to an interview earlier today that said Coleman Jones went back to the twos and played ruck, and he was really good in the ruck. So there's three.
Oh dear.
There is three ruckmen vying for a spot at North Melbourne. So as safe as we feel he is, one of them has to miss each week. And it won't be him this week, but his turn could come.
And so could Goldies too.
Oh, I think he's the first to go, to be honest.
So he went up 53,000 in cash this week, and he has a break even of -5.
Yeah. So I'd probably be getting X there.
Agree.
Yeah. Get rid of that dot. Now, Steve Bruce, if you don't have Neil, is he more important to get than these big rookies like Xerri and Martin? He is the underpriced Uber premium out there at the moment.
But these cheaper players in Xerri, he's everywhere, Roy.
He is.
And Martin,
Yeah.
they're going up 50, 60K each a week.
And it's just amazing what that does to your team. While you may be ranked in no man's land like us, if you've got players like that that are going up in value so quickly, all of a sudden you've got 1 or 2 more premiums than these other teams that you're chasing down.
Yeah.
It's not as pretty to start with.
No, it's not. It's a long game.
It is. The thing is with Neil, he's underpriced by over 100,000 as well at the moment.
That's true.
So it's a very tough one.
And as Warnie said, over the next few weeks, people's rankings, that's one of his smug tweets, everyone's rankings will start to sort itself out, cream rising to the top or something like that, he said. And,
otherwise known as me.
Yeah, otherwise known as me.
Yeah.
So anyway, John's got one here. Will Andy McGrath take Merritt's spot in the midfield over Caldwell? That's just where we need Warnie. Hang on, Warnie. Warndog, what do you reckon?
Get him in. Oh, you just woke him up.
Do you deserve me to be speaking to you the way that you're talking about me? Seriously, I'm not smug. I'm just right. You know that. All right. So, you're reading well, actually, boys. Congratulations.
Thanks, Dog.
I'm bloody nervous doing it.
I hate it
that much.
Right, so
Dog, nice as well. This is the most nice you've been on a podcast.
Well, we usually like each other. We just don't like you very much.
Answering questions nicely to people. Anyway, right. Scott wants...
John.
Scott, is it?
John wants to know, will Andy McGrath take Zach Merritt's spot in the midfield over Caldwell?
Right. Oh, because you didn't read the question before. Was that too long? Because I thought
that scared him off.
It's too long, mate. Too long.
Anyway, all right. So
it's not the
Andy
dog
McGrath,
show. Get on with it.
McGrath is obviously getting CBAs anyway. That's a thing. Like, he is spending that bit of time at half-back, but I think he's still getting some, so he will be there. I think Caldwell will have been in that mix as well. Remember, Shield was out this week as well, so it's probably just going to be a similar mix as what we've seen in the first couple of weeks. So, McGrath, though, I like the look of him with what he does, but...
he didn't convert it to a score this week, did he?
No. That's it, and that's like Caldwell as well. Like, Caldwell had a poor score this week.
Did he? Yeah, okay. Just a bad team.
I think the midfield will just keep that rotation. Will keep going, I think.
All right, Doug, we'll get back to you if we come across another boring Essendon question.
Go back to Scott's question. It was a good one.
No, move on, Roy. Turn him off.
Now, I like to get over things. I'm not one to carry something around with me.
Oh, rubbish.
But remember last time I went to Dog for Essendon advice?
Oh, yeah, when he told you to get the wrong rookie.
Yeah. Why did we go back to him?
All right, he wants us to do Scott's question.
Right.
I'll have a go at it.
Oh, God. If you need to sub out halfway, let me know.
So he has to trade Merrett. And he says, do I pay up for Took, Petrarca, Brayshaw, or save 250 to 300K and go to Green?
Mm-hmm.
That's the first part. So let's answer that one.
Look.
Do you go for the big dog? Or do you do what I'm doing and go, well, I'm just going to go for a guy that I think I might have missed?
Well, I think Cripper is a bigger dog than Green. I'm a big fan of Green.
Yeah.
I think he's great. But I don't have Cripps in the same category as him. Cripps is currently the best player in the competition.
Whoa.
Yes. So it's a different scenario what you're talking about there. Don't get caught up in prices.
No.
Cripps is the best player in the AFL as we sit here today.
Okay. So he says here, second part, if I go to Green, he can get Rochelle up to Butters.
Right.
So he's going to use the cash well.
Yep.
But it goes against everything he stands for because...
Yeah.
But it gets that rookie off the field.
Okay. Let me just have a deep breath and think about this. Rochelle's got so much more cash to make.
Yes.
So that is a thing. But the points you would get from Green and Butters, who are both underpriced and going up in value, is impressive.
Agree.
Having Took, Petrarca, Brayshaw as a captain option, that would be unbelievable as well.
Okay.
Look, this is the age-old question, and there's no right or wrong in terms of you always go the gun and rookie or you go the mid-price here.
Yeah.
I don't know where I sit on this one. I think Green and Butters is probably the way to go.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think so as well.
Because Butters, he's a genuine midfielder
Because
now.
Butters and Green are both underpriced.
They are.
Even where they sit now.
Yes.
Okay, so you could go to someone like Petrarca.
Yeah.
But you need 120 plus from them.
Yeah.
Butters, on the other hand, he can be a 90 this week and then a big one next week.
Butters and Green have both hit a 130 already this year too.
2 games. Interesting. Timothy J. Caldwell or Bowey? He was awesome on the weekend.
He was.
Which one do you think? Both, of course, Merrett and Salem are out. So you would think that both of them benefit from that.
Gosh. I'd be picking Caldwell over Bowey.
Agree.
The thing with Bowey, it was very interesting. So I heard some reports from their game, from the coaching staff, and they said Bowey played exactly the same game as he did a week before. Now, there's 100 points or so difference.
Well, he scored 125 this week.
The thing is, they were both defensive roles, but he was rewarded with more ball in the second game. So that just reeks of, they were happy with him both weeks. You're going to have to take the good with the bad with him.
Yeah.
Whereas Caldwell, you would expect to just be solid from here on in.
But Bowey's like 420.
Yeah.
He's so cheap.
He's just a bit of a punt, isn't he, at that price? Like, that's a bit risky for me.
I agree. That's not a kind of move that I would do, but we are a bit tight for coin.
But then you go Captain Hindsight moment. He has a 40, and then you look at it and think, well, yeah, he did that week one, didn't he? I should have expected it.
Well, Tim comes in with this question. He goes, he traded out Bowey to Sicily after he's 30 in round one.
Look, that's brutal.
Yeah. Do I swallow my pride and bring him back in?
God.
By upgrading a non-playing rookie?
I've been there before. I know what this slippery slope feels like. I feel sorry for you.
There's nothing promising you, Tim, that Bowey won't score 30 next week.
No.
That's the problem.
Whack in the face again.
Yeah. I'm going to say that ship has sailed.
I think so.
Let it go.
I wish you stuck to your guns. I wouldn't have.
Well, no, that's sort of like what happened to us with McInerney.
Yeah.
Like,
see you
later.
Yeah, because we would have traded him even if he didn't get injured.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. We'd had enough. And there's nothing wrong with Sicily. You need Sicily in there anyway.
What you need to tell yourself, you're a good coach who doesn't put up with subpar behaviour.
Exactly.
Everyone else benefited from it, but you can't go putting up with 30s.
Andrew wants to know here, and I think we've already sort of covered this one, does he fix up Baldwin? Now, Baldwin still might pop his head in and play here. Do we fix up Baldwin and Owens, these non-playing red dots at the moment, or do you go Rowell to a primo? Rowell at least is playing.
I'm in the same position here where the temptation, because Rowell's within reach of really good players that you have a lot more faith in after what we saw on the weekend. Now, I don't know if Baldwin's any chance to come back in. Turn Warnie up for a second.
Okay, Warn Dog, is Baldwin a chance to come in?
You told me he had good job security week one. Can this guy come back in?
He might be a little bit of a chance to come in, considering the Bombers' poor form. That's the thing. They might give him another run for that.
Yeah.
But I reckon there might be another Blake Francis that could be out first after his poor effort on the goal line. Did you see that one where he should have touched it over the line? So he might be a chance to come in.
Don't watch many Essendon games, to be honest, but that's okay.
No, okay. Sure. Oh, good feedback, Dog. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Dog.
See you, buddy. He's talking. I can see his mouth.
Jackery wants to have a look at here. Jackery wants to know, Tom Green or Isaac Heeney upgrading Rowell. So Rowell is on the block.
He is, so he should be.
So Tom Green or Isaac Heeney?
Okay, we'll go Heeney for his forward status.
Okay.
Now, the Heen, you can keep saying every week, and I'm one of the ones that would say, yeah, but he needed his goals to get there.
Yeah.
Who cares?
It doesn't.
He kicks them because he is that good at the moment. I've never seen him covering the ground like that. He's another one that, like the commentators said, he's really running on top of the ground at the moment.
He is.
His shoes aren't sinking one little bit.
So he had 107.
Yeah. Which isn't massive.
No, it's not massive.
And he needed goals to get there, but the goals came easy.
Yeah.
One thing about him, I hate to say it, he's a bit of an umpire's pet, isn't he?
He is. Very much so.
There'll be a free kick. They'll go down the ground if it goes to the Heen.
Isaac, come up, yours. Yeah. Really?
And then, where's your sense of theatre? Out on the full, Buddy's going to get... surely Isaac's on the ground. Heeney comes over and takes it.
Yep.
Unbelievable scenes. But, hey, that's good for fantasy. But the Heen is a great option at the moment. And given he doesn't clog up a midfield spot, he would be my choice there. But they're both great.
This is an interesting one because you and I had a little chat about this bloke off air.
Is it supposed to go to air?
Well, it can. Now, Leon wants to know, is Jack Sinclair a viable option in the back line? He's getting a lot of CBAs.
Oh, he sure is. Every time I looked for probably the most frustrating man on the planet at the moment after Max and Rowell, every time I looked for Jack Steele in the middle, that's who I was seeing.
You saw him?
Bloody Sinclair.
Yep.
He was in the middle a lot. And what did he score?
He ended up with a 97, but it backed up his work from the week before.
Look, his role is impressive at the moment, and he goes hard for it and actually wants the ball in his hands.
Awkward price, 710.
So no is the answer.
It's no, you can't do it. I'll tell you what, though, a nice little sneaky draft option, right?
Bloody oath he would have been. And if you want to do something unique, by all means, don't stop on our behalf, especially because there's not a lot happening in the backline consistency-wise.
Yep.
So that's, he's got a good role.
So Christian here follows up this question basically down the same sort of path. He's got $750K to spend on a defender upgrade. Who is the best target? Is it Sinclair or is it Jordan Dawson?
Look, I just feel due to history, Dawson gets it. We know Dawson can go 150.
Agree.
We know Dawson can be consistent for a sustained period. I'm going Dawson. But I like how you guys are having a look at Sinclair.
I love it. Mark O'Connor says, do the power midfielders have fantasy teams with themselves in it? They managed to forget they were supposed to actually win the game of footy themselves. Just a recap on that. Boak 152, Amon 148, Butters 137, Wines 128. They all had, take Butters out of this, they all had over 36 touches each.
Yep. When we sit here next week and we analyse what Cripps, Walsh, Chera and Kennedy had.
Hewitt in there as well, mate.
Super Huey in there as well. How could I forget? I think we won't be saying, did the power players forget anything? We'll be saying, Hawks just are happy to let opposition midfield rack up.
Nice. Now, Billy says, for your 500th show, what are your top 5 fantasy moments?
Oh, I needed more heads up. Okay, number 1.
Yes.
We got to go pig territory.
Yeah.
When Rocky called that he would score 180 coming off injury.
That's so good.
And scores 180? Like, that was just next level stuff. Look how much we're celebrating what Brayshaw did, and that was epic. Imagine saying you're going to do it.
Yeah. I'm going to score 180. Bang.
No one does that.
I don't know. I can't really think of my other top 5 moments, to be honest. Not the top of my head.
Well, there's ones actually that aren't so much footy related.
I can think of one, yeah.
Like
that time I forgot to do my trade.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like when we couldn't reverse trades and Dog bought in John Cock,
yep.
and you and I knew about it,
and
we knew
leg.
he was doing it. And he had a broken leg, and as soon as it was confirmed, the genuine evil laughter that you had that night, I'll never forget that.
Yeah, there's been some...
when it didn't do live scoring and you changed Warnie's spreadsheet.
And that was so good. We'll have to tell that story. I'm sure people have heard those stories.
Of course they have, but it's in the bloody top 5. If you're doing your 500th episode, you can recap on these things.
Yeah.
That was classic. And remember when lockout the game opened at probably 12:30 that night. Dog was down in his bedroom on his phone, and he checked it and found out what you did.
Yeah.
The roar from his bedroom, anger, the hate, the banning of ever touching his computer again.
He was a mad man.
What a weapon.
Now, Warnie's got some reviews in here for us to read, so I'll go first because that looks like the shorter one.
Yeah.
And this is, the title of this one is called Nothing Better Than the Banter Between the Traders by Bender Dan. And Bender Dan says, my 2 favourite things to do in the car are listening to the Traders and being able to lock the electric windows after curry night. When I get to do both at once, the drives to work doesn't get much better.
That's elite.
That's a good one.
That's elite. So this one's Entertainment by, great.
It's
Shintage.
Yeah, that'll do.
Oh, jeez.
That'll do.
Been listening for years, and I love how they now purposely make their team so terrible for our listening pleasure. The worse they go, the better the podcast and the better the entertainment. Just love it. Tough round 1, but I'm sure we will come good eventually. Thanks, legends. And you know what? Shintage is spot on.
Oh, yeah.
Correct. I know it, and I hate that it's better when we are crap, but it's actually true.
Could you imagine what it would have been like here if Warn Dog was legit here today?
Oh, exactly. Then imagine if we're all going good. 3 Warn Dogs.
I remember.
Wobbling.
Here's another fantasy story. What about how we all used to live together, right? And you'd know when Warnie was having a good week in fantasy.
Yep.
I'll cook tea tonight, fellas.
Enchilada. What was it? Was it enchiladas?
It's like little enchilada things.
Delicious.
Oh, they were fantastic. But only if he was having a good week.
That was the best thing about your stitch-up with him.
Yeah.
Because he cooked the enchiladas, then found out he lost. Awesome.
All right, I reckon that's us nearly done.
It certainly is us. Oh, hang on. Do you want to say something, Warnie?
Oh,
he's waving to me from his
Warn
bed.
Dog, what do you need?
I want to say this has been the worst podcast I've ever listened to. We've had 500 of these things. Easily could say that the ones where I go solo are better. The ones that
They're
are
your favourite.
Calvin. Anyway, no. Well done, boys. Thank you for doing what you could. I hope that it works. Hope this now just isn't just lost in the internet world for no one to ever hear because Calvin hasn't been able to
Did we press record?
I think I did.
Good on you. Way to step up. It was good effort. And, Dog, I must admit, we did miss you, mate. That we battled through that.
I can't read.
No, I can't read.
That's ridiculous.
I didn't realise it was such an important part of the podcasting.
It is. And don't forget we're teachers. So.
Good luck this week, boys. Hopefully it is a good week for us. Don't forget this week we actually have another Thursday night game. You guys will have to work out how to do AFL Fantasy live on Thursday.
Oh, my God. We can't do that.
Is there any reading?
And, yes, teams.
Oh,
lots of names.
God, the names.
Heap of outs as well.
The bloody names.
And then we've got on Friday night, there's a double-header game. So be aware of that in your planning, that there's a 7:20 start for the Melbourne and Bombers game and then an 8:20 Eastern start for the showdown. God. So a bit going on.
A lot going on.
Well, thanks for coming in, Dog, and actually making this podcast a little bit more interesting towards the end.
Yeah, thanks, Dog.
All right. Thanks, Dog.
Some good advice. See you, boys.
Well, that's got rid of Dog. I miss him.
I missed him.
He saved us.
He did. He always does. Tell you what I didn't miss, though. Smug attitude.
Smug attitude. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. We'll catch you guys on Thursday night.